Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for being with us today. This is part of our virtual orientation experience for the College of Engineering. My name is Dr. Marlena Lester, and I have with me today Dr. Deanna Kate from the Center for Enhancement of Engineering Diversity's office. And we're going to talk a little bit about the office that she represents, but also some details about peer mentoring. So Dr. Kate, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lester. So my name is Dr. Deanna Kate, and I am the Director for Undergraduate Student Programs for the Center for the Enhancement of Engineering Diversity. And essentially what that means is that I work with three of the largest first-year student programs that CEED offers through the College of Engineering. So the Galileo and Hypatia Living Learning Communities, and then also the CEED Peer Mentoring Program. And for today, we are going to focus mainly on the CEED Mentoring Program. So this is just a little background of CEED. We started in 1992 with the BEST, the Black Engineering Support Teams mentoring program, and then also the Pre-College Initiative in 1992. And then we've been going strong for the past 31 years now. So our programs have expanded to include the Women in Engineering Support Team, the Academic Hispanic Outreach Alliance, and then also the General Engineering program for the CEED Peer Mentoring Program. And the objectives for CEED in general is to increase the number of diverse students who not only apply to Virginia Tech, but they enroll and then they also graduate and go off and either become an engineer and work in industry, or they continue on to their education and receive a master's and potentially a PhD. And we want to make sure that our students who participate not only are provided the academic support that they need, but also that professional and personal support to help them be successful once they graduate from Virginia Tech. And like I said before, what we do also, we have the student organizations that our students can participate in. We have NSBE, which is the National Society of Black Engineers. We have the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, which is SHIP. We have SWE, the Society of Women Engineers. And then also the Council for the Advancement of Minority Engineering Organizations, which is CAMEO, which is all of the student organizations coming together. And so all of those are under CEED. And while we do tend to focus on some of the underrepresented and underserved students within the university and within the College of Engineering, we also make sure that we focus on all students who are coming into the College of Engineering as well. Some of the programs that we service, I know some of you might have participated in some of our pre-college programs, but we have several pre-college camps that happen over the summertime. So we have Imagination, Blast, we have BVT, we have CTech Squared, JROTC, we have the Pre-College Initiative Program. We also have the Women's Preview Weekend that took place, I believe, in April of this year. And that's for any woman who is interested or who has gotten an offer from Virginia Tech to come to campus for a weekend during Hokey Focus and stay on campus. And also, once the students get here to Virginia Tech, we do have other programs that they can participate in. Like I said before, we have Galileo and Hypatia, two of the living learning communities. CEED also has a new living learning community called Digerati that's going to actually have its first cohort of students this coming fall semester. We have the Help Me Help You program. We have the Student Transition Engineering program, which is the STEP program. And then what we're going to focus on today is the Peer Mentoring program. And the structure of our of CEED, we have the executive director, who is Dr. Watford. She's been here since 1992. She started the program in 1992. And then we have a total of, I believe, 9 or 10 full-time staff members who work with CEED. We have almost 20 graduate students who work with our students on a regular basis, undergraduate student leaders, and then also the undergraduate engineering students who are first year and continuing students. So for this year, we actually do have a new location. We are located in the new Gilbert Place, which is across the street from the North End Center. So this is our new office space that we've already begun to move into over the summer. This is where the CEED staff offices are housed, our graduate students are housed, and then also the lounge areas for our undergraduate students. And here's some of the contact information for you all. I will have this information available to anyone at the end of the presentation as well. So just in case you need it, you'll be able to write it down as well. All right, so let's get into the CEED Peer Mentoring Program, which is what you all came to talk about. And here is a video for you that goes more into detail about the CEED Peer Mentoring Program. And I want to make sure that the audio is going to go over as well. So, okay, let's go ahead and play it.
Is a program designed to help first-year engineering students transition from high school to college to the professional world. It is assigned to a small group of other freshman engineers with one upper class mentor and meet with them weekly for the first 10 weeks of your fall semester.
Part of event that we have on campus, and actually have a full class meeting. The program will get an opportunity to meet with different engineering organizations and design teams that would offer at Tech. I got involved with the engineering design team full class meeting out of that already.
Just your elevator speech and nail that interview so you can get your dream job.
CEED is a valuable academic support system with an ice cream social designed to help you learn about the different engineering majors at Virginia Tech. My mentor was always there for me and helping me whenever I needed it. She was very supportive, and I really loved having that support system during my first year here at Virginia Tech.
So what would you consider telling students who are considering joining the program?
I would say do it. Don't hesitate at all. Even if you don't take away as much as I did, it's the best thing I ever did. It's the best thing a lot of people have ever done. You learn a lot about professional development. It helps academically. It helps you just acclimate to college life. So it's awesome.
All right, so that's a little bit more from some of our previous students who participated in the CEED Peer Mentoring Program. And so we're going to go over a little bit more about what they talked about in that video, and then we can go into questions. So as I stated before, there are 4 different areas or peer mentoring teams that you can join while you're registering for this. We have Aurora, the Best, West, and Guest. So if you are a part of an affinity group and you want to be specifically with Hispanic students or women in engineering or Black students within engineering, you can choose to register for one of those. However, if you just want to go into this and say, I want to just be a part of a general engineering group or team, then you can do that as well. We do currently have, I believe it's 6 undergraduate student leaders who are peer peer leaders who work directly with the different peer mentoring teams. And each of them are given a group of peer mentors that they work with and meet with on a weekly basis. And then we also have one graduate student who works directly with the peer mentors as well and meets with the team every once a week as well. And then we have you all who are the first year engineering students. One thing that I will say about the peer mentoring program, if you are currently a part of Galileo or Hypatia, you will not need to sign up for this program because you will receive a Hypatia or a Galileo peer mentor, depending on which group you're a part of, once you, and you'll receive a peer mentor as well. So you will not need to sign up for this one separately. So the way that we have structured this peer mentoring program, it is a 10-week program where you meet with your mentor group on a weekly basis for the first 10 weeks of the semester. And this actually starts off I think the Saturday before the first day of classes. So you'll be able to meet up with them. I'm sorry, not that Saturday, the week before the first day of classes. You're able to meet up with your peer mentor group and get to know each other, have a fun activity, just to like break the ice, to get you more comfortable with your peer mentoring group. Each peer mentoring group has on average around 8 to 10 mentees per mentor. And this is a way for you all to meet in small groups. It allows you to build those relationships and build those bonds with other students that are coming into the university for the first time. And you all are trying to make friends. So this is kind of like a built-in way for you to make friends and not even have to try to make those friends. And you're going to be paired with other mentors or mentees who have the same interests and potentially have the same major as you. And just a little bit more information about the numbers for the program. We have continued to grow over the past 30 some odd years with over, I think last year we had about almost 600 students who joined the group, who registered to be a part of the peer mentoring program. We did have our numbers did go down because of COVID, and so we're slowly getting back up there. But as you can see, since we started the program in 1992, the numbers have gone up drastically each year. And this is honestly a way for us to be able to have that community within the community of the College of Engineering. Most of our students, we have at least 50 to 60% of the students who are in the College of Engineering coming into Virginia Tech as first year students who participate in either Galileo, Hypatia, or the CEED peer mentoring program. So we try to make sure that we are capturing and getting connected with all of the students who are not who are a part of the College of Engineering. So just a few details about the different events that I was talking to you about that you will participate in during before the first week of classes. That first big event is that O Show, and that takes place on Saturday, August 19th this year. And your mentor is going to get in contact with you at the beginning of August to give you all of the details about this, just so you'll know. And the way that this works is you all will meet up somewhere and go to this event together. And you'll be able to walk around in Goodwin Hall and get to know the different engineering organizations that are going to be there. We have right now signed up around 60 organizations that would like to get a hold of you all and be able to talk to y'all to get you interested in their different organizations. We have some different offices as well that are going to be there just to make sure that you see them and that you begin to participate in those different opportunities on campus. Another event that takes place is the Expo Prep, and this is a way for you all to be able to come together with one of our campus partners, or I'm sorry, one of the industry partners. This year, I believe it is actually a student who participated in the CEED peer mentoring program when he was here back in 2018, who was a part of the video that I just showed. His name is Ben Levine. He and his team are coming from Alpine consulting firm to do the expo prep. And this is a way for you all to be able to get some professional and career tips on how to speak to the different companies that are coming for the expo that's going to happen the week of September 11th this year. You're going to do a resume building opportunities, and then also you're going to do an elevator pitch workshop. And this is a way for you all to be able to get more comfortable with working with and meeting with the different corporate partners who are going to be at the expo preview, or I'm sorry, at expo this year. And then the next biggest opportunity that we have for the CEED peer mentoring program is going to be the major scoop. And this year we're moving it from September, and it's going to be in October of this year. And it's a way for you to be able to see the different majors that are available at Virginia Tech. And you have that opportunity to talk to a student who is currently in that major, so that you can see what you would like to do and see how you can fit into that major. And we call it Major Scoop because we not only talk to you about the different majors, but we also have ice cream that's available to you all while you're there. So it's kind of like a play on words with like the Major Scoop. So come out, get some free ice cream, and learn about the different majors. So during the weekly meetings, all we ask is that the peer mentors do something that will be fun for the students. Either you can go out to eat somewhere, or you can just hang out and play games. You have students who go out on hikes, as you can see, the students on the cliff. I won't be there with the students on the cliff. So if you want to do that with your mentor, you can have that option to do that as well. But it's really just a way for you all to be more comfortable with the other students who are coming in with you, and then also have that connection with an upper class student. All right, and then some of the benefits of the program. I know a lot of people always ask, why should I join this program? It's honestly a way for you to build those professional development skills on a more personal level. You have the ability to meet with industry partners. You have that ability to speak to a second-year student or a third-year student who was actually in your place either a year or two ago. So you're able to have that connection with someone who has been there and done that, and other students who are going through the program with you as well. So you're not here by yourself. You're not left to fend for yourself. You'll have a resource or different resources where you can go to them to ask questions and things like that. You can get advice on how to be a successful student, and just learning the different ins and outs of what it's like to be a first-year college student. And it also paves the way for lifelong friendships. Students come through the peer mentoring program and they're here on their own, but then once they're finished, they have roommates, they have people who are in their weddings, they have godparents to their kids and all this stuff. So it's not just something that we do just because we think that it's what needs to be done, but it's something that has really shown us over time that students really benefit from this program. And the biggest thing right now is that registration is now open, and you can actually go to the CEED website. And if you go to the undergraduate student programs website under where it says mentor, you can click that button and actually register for the CEED peer mentoring program now. So, all right. So what I will say is, I know that some of you may have questions. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and where it says the Q&A, put your questions in that portion of the, and we have one now. So let's see. So no, you didn't do anything wrong. We reused the ones from each year, and for whatever reason, the name of the registration didn't change from fall 2022, but you're good to go, as long as you're going through that link. Does the program work the same for transfer students? as a transfer student, if you would like to be a part of the peer mentoring program, you have that opportunity to do so. Okay, can you give some specifics on the academic support offered through this program? So some of the things, some of the students come together and they do study groups. When there's a big chemistry test or something that's coming up, the students will get together and have different study sessions with each other. You'll have the opportunity to talk to your mentor about some of their study habits and things that help them do better or do well while they were a first-year student as well. So you take advantage of all of that, the opportunities that come your way, because that's what the mentors are there for. So there is not a specific program for transfer students, but if you are a transfer student, you have the ability to register for this. So someone said, can you be a part of CEED and ROTC? Yes, you can do the CEED peer mentoring program and still be a part of the ROTC. Just make sure that when you speak to your peer mentor, you let them know that you are also a part of the core, and go from there. And the way that it works as far as the weekly meetings, once you all come together in the fall semester, once you meet as a group during the week before the first day of classes, you will come with your team and say, hey, this is when we're going to meet on a weekly basis. And that way you all are taken care of. So you all pick which day and time you all want to meet with the group. If I have been waitlisted for Galileo, will I have enough time to sign up for peer mentoring? I would say that if you are on the waitlist for Galileo, you want to make sure that you go ahead and register for the CEED peer mentoring now. And then if you are offered a space in Galileo, you can just go ahead and contact me and say, I'm a part of Galileo now. I no longer want to be a part of the CEED peer mentoring program. I'm a part of Galileo LLC this year, and I know you said that we don't have to sign up for the CEED peer mentoring program. So it's the same thing for the Galileo and Hypatia students. Your peer mentor is going to reach out to you. And once they receive their list of students, and I'll also send out an email to all of the students to say, hey, this is who your peer mentor is. And I know that sometimes it's kind of confusing, but all students are a part of CEED. You don't have to sign up to be a part of CEED. As a College of Engineering student, you're automatically a part of CEED. But if you want to be a part of the peer mentoring program or Galileo and Hypatia, you would have to either register or apply, but the applications for Galileo and Hypatia are closed.
Thank you so much for addressing all those questions. I popped into the chat the URL that should take them to the direct section for registration for the peer mentoring program. So if you're looking for that, you should be able to go to the chat and click on that link.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So yeah, there's the as she said, there's the link to register for the CEED peer mentoring. And I think this year we are stopping or closing the registration around mid-July, so July 15th. But we might still have it open depending on the numbers. We may still keep it open after that, but to make sure that you do receive a mentor, you want to go ahead and register before July 15th. Okay, does anybody have any other questions? So for the CEED peer mentoring program, there are no extra coursework or anything that you have to do. You don't have to sign up for a class. That's the difference between the Galileo and Hypatia. I know that someone mentioned previously that they were a part of the core. And if you're a part of the core, you're technically considered to be a part of a living learning community. So you're not able to sign up for Galileo or Hypatia. But with the CEED peer mentoring program, there's no class, there's nothing, it's all voluntary. And you come and you have fun, you meet up with the different groups of students. So no additional work for you. All right, any other questions? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you ever have any questions or concerns, I'm going to put my email in the chat as well. So after this, if you do still have some lingering questions, you can go ahead and email me. And my email is deannakate@vt.edu. That's DEANNAKATEY@vt.edu.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to do this session as part of our virtual orientation experience. I really appreciate it. What we will also do for this session is I will post the recording on the orientation website. So people that were not able to attend live can see that as well. And I'll ping you and let you know kind of when that goes live. But I do really appreciate your time today. If you all who are still in the room have any follow-up questions, feel free to let us know. But we're going to end this session now. And thank you all so much for being here today.
Thank you so much.